They say that turkeys aren't good mothers, but our turkey is an anomaly. Kiwi the turkey has raised lots of different species of birds for us, and right now she is laying on some eggs, and it's a secret. It's a surprise what she's gonna lay, so you guys can guess.
I don't even know what kind of eggs are underneath her. Kevin has completely kept this from all of us.
Yes, but she has gone to her favorite spot, just like last year. She goes in this little corner, so it's shaded, and then I put water in through a tube and make it lots really wet in there, and so it's like an evaporative cooler in there and stays really cool.
She likes to lay by all these pine cones.
Yeah.
In the dustiest part of our backyard, but
yeah, get it all wet every day, and it's like an evaporative cooler in here and stays cool for her.
it is a little bit cooler in there. Oh, she's hissing at me. So the question is, did he put quail eggs under her? Did he put, I don't know, I'm trying to think of other rare ones like those all black chickens, copper morans.
Could be, I don't know. We'll see.
So go ahead and post below on your guess. I'm guessing quail, but we'll see what Kevin chose. Oh, did they get hurt?
I have no idea. It's just hanging out.
He's not even like breathing fast or anything. It's just chilling. Well, you found your new pet, Ethan.
Yay.
Okay. Okay, now wash your hands really good before you milk.
The thing with Doris, and she's always been like this, is she has a lot of tissue, so it's deceiving how much milk that she actually produces.
Yeah, she seems like she has a lot of milk, but she's actually doesn't have that much milk. You'd think that she would be the top performer, but she's not. She doesn't have the most milk. I would say Tilly has the most milk. So when we're trying to decide which baby goats to keep, a lot of you have been private messaging me and telling me that Doris has the best milking genetics, but actually Tilly has the best milking genetics. She comes from a strong line of star milkers, and even though she's little, she gives us a lot of milk for her size.
Willow has some really good milking genetics too, so she might take over the top spot from Tilly. We don't know, this is her first time.
Yeah, we'll have to see. But we still love Doris.
Even though she beats up other people.
Even though she beats up all the other goats. A small udder, but a lot of milk. We give the goats a mixture of goat grain and then black oil sunflower seeds when they're getting milked in the morning. We also give them a pinch of some herb mix and then another pinch of the Pat Colby mineral mix, which all the goats like except for Willow, since she's the pickiest eater of them all. So we don't put the herbs or the minerals in Willow's, we just let her eat up the leftover from the other goats. Otherwise she doesn't eat her grain, which we want her to eat her grain, so. Tricky goats, all different personalities and different tastes.
Come on, please.
Go up the stand, Willow! Willow! There you go.
Yes, she does it, but she always has to, we usually keep the grain down there, so she always has to go check.
She has to go check if we have the grain there first.
Oh, her teeth are getting bigger.
Oh, they are. They've kind of gotten longer. That makes it easier.
You'll like milking her last because she kicks the most. So she's gonna kick all of this milk.
You know what? That's a good idea. We probably should lock Willow, or we should probably milk Willow first.
Yeah, she's in training.
Yep, because she'll do that. See?
Yeah.
All right, time to let all the babies out with the mamas.
No, they all go for the first mama in sight.
Oh. Hold Winston back for one, or just that one, that one. We have to let Willow's babies take turns, otherwise they'll push Winnie away. Tatum, go find your mama. She's way over there, girl. Hey, look, she's down there. Go find her, she's right there. Oh, Doris, I swear. Okay. Oh my gosh, Doris, leave them alone.
She gets so mad if they're within like 5 feet of her.
Okay, they're feeding. Willow's feeding 2.
I'm feeding 1.
Good job, you're a good mama. Okay, hold on a second, Winston. Oh, you just switched them?
Yeah.
Okay. We keep Winnie on the whole time since she's the littlest, and then we switch Wally and Winston. Willow has enough milk, it's really hard to milk 3.
Hey, she comes over here just to bite him? We're not
Doris,
even doing anything.
go away.
Oh my word.
Nice cold milk. Well guys, the retired goats. Come here, Penny. Penny, come here. You can have one of these. She's afraid of Luna. The retired goats still think that they should be milked. Here you go, Luna. I thought you liked snap peas, Luna. Luna, I thought you liked them. Luna, you used to like them. She'd rather be let in than be given a treat. Luna! Look, Penny. There you go. Oh my goodness. They don't want any snap peas. They just want to be let in. You guys, we're done. You're retired. You don't have to do this anymore. So Luna and Penny are the oldest ones on our farm. Penny's 10 and Luna's gonna turn 10 later this year. You know, I know some people say, oh, that's not too old to breed again, but it is too old when they already have other health problems, which they both do. The biggest thing with goats is they usually develop like leg issues, and then sometimes they'll stop eating or their immune system will lower and then they'll get sick all the time. But so far, we've just got 2 retired goats with leg issues. Nothing too dangerous yet, but no more milking.
Hoof problems, hoof weird feet.
That's how it is with geriatric goats.
Yeah.
So when we build the buck pen over there, we're gonna definitely double layer the fencing to make sure that there are no accidental breedings. We gotta be responsible buck owners, Kevin.
That is very important.
Yeah, we don't want to mess around with any accidental breedings.
Yes.
We got love that we'll never need to hide. Love will always rise above. Whatever comes, we will be just fine. If I am yours and you are mine, take my hand and let's fly away to another galaxy. Just be with me.
Okay guys, so if you remember when we did the live stream and we were showing the baby goats being delivered, we had a group of fellow homesteaders who were helping moderate the comments. Running a live stream is actually really hard to do because you have lots of people coming in spreading misinformation. People can be crazy. A lot of you know what I'm talking about because you guys were on there and you saw crazy stuff happen. So I want to give a little shout out to all of the moderators that helped me during the crazy time of goat delivery and trying to moderate a live stream. Kenny and Courtney of Life on Beagle Road are such a hilarious couple to watch. They left city life and moved to the country in Pennsylvania. My favorite thing about them is they're not afraid to show their failures. So when you watch them, you see what real homesteading is like. They've got dairy goats, they raise chickens and ducks and quail for eggs and meat. Hands down, I love this family. The next one is Tiffany of Our Organic Life. They're building a homestead on 8 acres in Florida from the ground up, and their goal is to become fully sustainable one day. They raise chickens, ducks, goats, but they also have miniature Jersey cows, which I'm super jealous of. I love that. Their videos are very picturesque and gorgeous to watch, so go ahead and check them out. The next one is Samantha from Of Little and Light. I love watching them because they're so young, and I wish we would have gotten started that young as well. On one side they're gamers, and then on the other side They're out there milking goats and gardening, doing all that stuff. They live in Georgia, and their goal is to become 75% sustainable by 2023. So we'll see if that happens. They've also got a passion for educating others, so you're gonna get lots of information on how they do all this stuff. The next one is Mindy from Life Goes North. If you guys can believe it, this family is trying to homestead in Alaska, of all places, which is completely different from us here in Arizona. They have such a different climate and such a different growing season. It's just fascinating to me. They've got a lot of different challenges than most people, so it's definitely fun to watch them try to succeed in that cold of a climate. The next one is Jason from COG Hill Farm. Jason and Brooke and their cute little daughter live in rural Alabama, and they have the accents to prove it. They have a 7-acre homestead, and they're just such a fun-loving family. It's contagious. They're always laughing together, and I just can't help but laugh with them. Hands down, I love people who can make fun of themselves, and they're definitely that type of people. Ooh, they also have a pet pig like us that rules the farm, so that's fun to watch. Then they have a bunch of goats, peacocks, and more. The final moderator is Trisha from Willow Creek Homestead. They just uprooted their family from Idaho to Missouri, so they're starting from scratch now again with homesteading. It'll be kind of fun to watch them start over again. Sometimes I wonder how much we would do differently if we started over again, although it would be a lot of work. So go ahead and watch them on their journey as they start over all again with their own homestead. So be sure to click on the links below in the description to check out all these awesome homesteaders that helped me so much. So you keep the pig food on the treehouse stairs. That's the only use for this treehouse.
Pigs are too smart, so they have to know this is where food comes from, not that area. Otherwise they attack us over there.
Luna doesn't attack. She just waits patiently.
She's nice. Never attacks. Pig, 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 pig.
Oh, do you really think that she's...
I think Rose doesn't hear very well.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny.
Rose, 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 Rose!
That's so funny, Kevin!
I think her ears are plugged up with stuff.
Wow. Let's see if she has to see us. Does she have to see us first? Pig, 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 pig!
Pig, 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 pig!
Wow. Do you see us?
Pig, 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 pig.
Oh, Kevin, she saw you. Oh no. You think, really?
Maybe so.
Wow. Rose, why can't you hear? So we just have 2 left.
Oh, so sad. All right, this last weekend, Harry Spotter went to his new family as a breeding boar. Neville and Teddy went to their new home too, with Crystal and Derek with Blue Cactus Dairy Goat Farm. And then Lily went to a farm up in the north part of Arizona where she's going to be a fun pet. And we're just left with these 2.
These 2 little monsters. Well, Kevin, what do you do with a deaf pig?
I don't know. It's okay that she's deaf. She's usually the chill one.
I don't think
she will.
She's the chill one.
She will. She will.
So Rose and Dobby, the 2 last of the bunch, were actually going to go to their new owners this weekend, but they live on the Navajo reservation and they're currently on lockdown, like strict lockdown. So we're gonna hold on to these 2 for a little while and we'll just keep them around here. So that's why you'll still see them in the videos. But for the most part, all the piglets are gone. Can you believe it? We left a little bit of hay out here and they are just starting to nibble on it. That's Winston and Tatum, if you didn't already know.
2 a.m. in the car playing our favorite song.
Somebody commented on one of our last videos that I always make coleslaw. Which is actually true. I do make a lot of coleslaw on this channel, but I guess that's what happens when all you have is cabbage. But good news, tonight I am not making coleslaw, but I'm doing something that I do in a lot of our videos, which is I start my dish with sauteing some onions. Those of you that hate onions are probably really sick of seeing me make stuff with onions, but I'm telling you, this makes the dish. So in celebration of us hitting 100 degrees here in Arizona, I decided to make soup because we're not gonna have it again for the next 6 months. Tonight I'm making a white chicken chili. You start by sauteing the onions and then the garlic, and then you have to add your spices. A long time ago, I learned from a fellow cook that you should always add your dry spices to the bottom of the pan when you're sauteing the beginnings of your dish, because that helps activate those dry herbs and spices and brings out their flavor more. So after I cook that for a couple minutes, I'll add the green chilies. I also like to add a little bit of cornstarch just to make sure that the soup thickens up. Usually, if you have enough time to cook a soup, you can simmer it down to the thickness that you want, but I never seem to have enough time to wait around for that. So I like to add a little bit of thickener so that we're good to go. And then finally, the beans and the chicken. I baked the chicken earlier and then shredded it up, and now that's what we have here. Finally, I add the broth and then bring this whole thing to a boil. And then at the end, we add some cream to make it even more delicious. I topped this with the last bit of cilantro from the garden. The rest of it is all dried up and crispy and gone until November. So that's it, guys. What can be better on a hot day than a big steaming bowl of soup? So our neighbor leaves lemons at the top of the block wall when he has extra lemons. And I think only Ethan can grab them.
Wait a second. Oh, I could get it, but I'll knock it over.
Well, wait. Ethan, the question is, can Dad get it?
Dad?
Get it.
I'm really tall.
Okay.
Look at this.
Oh.
Look at
Gotta
that.
stand on
But
his
Ethan's
tiptoes.
taller, and he doesn't even have to stand on his tiptoes.
Oh my gosh.
All right, come on, Doris.
Hey, you can't let your babies out. You just have to go.
Go, Doris, go, run, escape.
Close it.
Okay. Come on, Tilly. Now, where is Willow? At the end of the day, we come out here, we feed little Buckling that doesn't have a name, and we sit and watch the goats and play with them, and they chew on us.
Well, should we start giving him a little bit less and less?
Yeah, it is time to start weaning him. Well, we've only been giving him like 10 ounces instead of 16, so I
That's
guess
true.
that's reducing it a little bit.
You need to start eating your vegetables.
Okay. Just a little. Rest.
Okay, family, we need to figure out what to call him. We keep trying out different names like Lightning or
Relámpago.
no,
That's lightning.
or Carlisle or something Twilight-ish, but we just can't settle on one, guys. We've read each and every one of your comments, talked about each and every one of your names, and we still can't quite find the right one. He does have a cool little Z on his forehead, though it might change as he grows up.
Oh, that's true.
So he'd be kind of cool to name Zorro.
Zorro's
Oh.
cool.
These goats love Lydia.
Look at that Z.
Yeah, I know, right?
Is it a Z or is it a lightning?
It's kind of both.
As soon as we let you out, Willow, you go and eat my tree. Find a hole that's big enough for your head. How are you doing? Doing some goat yoga? Let's see if you can stay on while I walk. Oh, nope, fell off.
Okay guys, we talked about it, and we realized since he has the Z on his forehead, and he's also kind of a brownish black, we can't let this opportunity pass, so we have to call him Zorro. Is that good?
El Zorro.
Yeah.
Okay, we're all happy with that. I think he's a Zorro. It just fits him. I think you killed her, Lydia. Did she fall asleep?
She's such a cutie.
She's so cute. All right, Zorro. We gotta build that buck pen, Kevin.
Es tan lindo el zorro. El fuerte, el más grande.
Alright guys, thanks for joining us in today's video. If you want to watch the video where Kiwi raised peacocks, go ahead and click here. From Blue Cactus Dairy Goats.
Okay. Neville and
Teddy.
Teddy. Neville and Teddy went to their new home with Crystal at Blue Dairy Farms.
Kevin, I swear to God. Dairy Goats. Okay.
Okay.